What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and geeks of all ages? Thank you so much for stopping by to our Captain America Civil War trailer reaction. I am your host, blogrunner David Gabel. And this chap right here, this is my brother. Introduce yourself.
My name's Kenny Gabel.
Yes.
And super excited to be here.
You can clearly see who's the more attractive of us two. Anyway, let's get into it.
Alright.
So, Captain America trailer dropped this morning for us in Germany.
Gotta be honest, I've been waiting for this trailer for a long time. Everyone was crazy about Batman vs. Superman. I was still like, well, where's Captain America Civil War?
Ooh.
Gotta be honest, this movie has been hyped up for me for so long.
Now, let me ask you, what's the most exciting thing, what's the thing that you're excited the most about when it comes to Civil War?
Well, first of all, it's Captain America, and I gotta be honest, favorite superhero, Cap. Okay, so
hey,
obviously...
Hey, it's your opinion, man. It's your opinion.
It's my opinion.
You're free to your opinion.
Exactly.
It's a beautiful thing.
So, I mean, you know, biggest thing is seeing Captain America on the big screen again.
Right, of course,
and
yeah.
seeing the relationship not only with Cap and Falcon, which was really awesome in, you know, the last one, but also the new relationship with Bucky.
Oh, yeah.
I'm dying to see it.
Yes.
And then also how that affects his relationship with Iron Man.
Oh, yeah, that was the main focus of this trailer, which I thought was really interesting.
I mean...
I think what this trailer kind of made clear above all else is that this is not just another Avengers movie, like people were thinking it was.
What?
You were fair to assume that was another Avengers movie, but you could tell from this trailer and just the focus of it that this is really just a personal journey for Captain America in terms of his relationships that he's developed in this modern day and him kind of maybe still dealing with the actions that happened during World War II, you know? He has a long history, man, you know? And I think
90-year-old man, I mean, obviously.
90-year-old man, and he's got a long history, and I think that's gonna be the main challenge of that. Where does he go moving forward with everything that's happened, with the events of the Avengers, with the events of World War II, with the events of the Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
I mean, that's all gonna be the big focus. Now, something that caught my eye in particular, I mentioned this in my blog post, was Black Panther.
He looked pretty awesome.
Black Panther is looking really cool.
Gotta be honest.
The suit still is looking a little odd to me, the suit as a whole, but the mask.
Really? I mean, did it look latex to you?
It's not that it looked latex, it's just that it looked very simple, very basic. And I can understand, just in the circumstances of the character, being that he comes from a country that is very simple in its technology.
But he is a king.
But he is a king, and that's why he has the costume, but still the costume looks a little simple to me. But the mask is really cool, I thought.
The mask
The white eyes.
Yeah.
That is very comic booky. You don't see a lot of that nowadays. What I also liked about it, in the two shots that we saw really Black Panther fighting, there was one shot where he threw the Winter Soldier like across a rooftop or something like that. And not only that, but he outran the Winter Soldier through a tunnel. That's not an easy thing to do, kids.
Well, I mean, I don't know how he does it. Like, Black Panther does not have superpowers.
Black Panther has just about the same amount of superpowers, I think, that Captain America does.
Does he actually? I only knew that the vibranium stuff that he had, he used, like vibranium claws.
I can imagine he's using that vibranium to some sort of use.
But like, how does he use that to enhance his body? I don't know. I always thought he was kind of like Batman with his, you know, super rich, or Iron Man, where he was a normal guy dressed up in a suit, had vibranium tools to help him.
Right, and I can appreciate that.
Super strength.
You might be right. I don't know about super strength, but he is definitely a master fighter.
Yeah,
he knows a bunch. He knows like some of the most ancient fighting styles in the world, and he's definitely got that vibranium armory. Definitely.
Yeah, obviously.
We might not see it in this movie.
Probably like a Vision kind of thing where he's melded it in with
his suit. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And maybe that makes it just a little bit lighter. I don't know how it works physics-wise, but
let's look at the teams first of all.
Okay, let's look at the team. The teams that we see. So the first team we see is essentially Iron Man and War Machine. It's kind of an obvious.
Iron Man, War Machine, yeah, that's what we see in the trailer.
That's what we see in the trailer.
And that was obviously going to happen anyway.
Right.
Now, there's like a trio going on with Cap, really. The big trio.
How do you mean?
Well, it's Cap, Winter Soldier, and Falcon.
Yeah.
I think that, and then we also see in that quick shot of Scarlet Witch getting in there, and also
Scarlet Witch basically rockets up like she's Iron Man. That was super cool because I think what the Avengers: Age of Ultron missed on a lot was being able to showcase characters like Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver a little bit.
Yeah.
And I hope Civil War at least showcases her being a little more powerful, especially since her character's been progressed from being a timid girl into now being a confident superhero.
And you know, Scarlet Witch is one of the most powerful characters in Marvel.
Powerful. I mean, even in the comics, she once altered history itself to make Magneto the ruler of the world.
Exactly.
Well, don't worry about that. That's not a big detail.
She's pretty awesome.
That is pretty awesome. And Hawkeye showed up. Hawkeye,
yeah.
no lines, but he was there in a new outfit. Now, I gotta ask you something. Is Hawkeye gonna get a new outfit every single movie?
I don't know. That would be nice.
I kind of liked his. I liked his Avengers outfit. It was very Legolas, but at the same time very Hawkeye.
Maybe they're moving into the purple.
It was
But
purple
like
though.
progressively into like the whole cowl and everything.
Oh come on, that's too much.
It's a comic book thing.
I think that would be too much. That's the same thing as like dressing up the Vision in the traditional green and yellow and red face. You know, like
Kind of what they did.
they muted the colors a little bit for Vision, and they altered a little bit
Okay, fine.
for contrast. Anyway. So some of the stuff we didn't see, no Ant-Man yet.
Well, how could you see it?
Now I've seen pictures online trying to say that the Ant-Man was confirmed. Ant-Man is not confirmed. He is not super tiny, hanging out on Cap's shoulder or anything like that.
In the poster, he was though.
In the poster, he was hanging out on the shield for the Ant-Man poster.
No. In the actual poster for Civil War that came out,
No,
one of the first things,
no.
he was on Hawkeye's shoulder.
He was on Hawkeye's, not Captain America's though, and that's the thing. People are trying to make it seem like he's on Cap's shoulder.
Oh, in the trailer, you mean?
In the trailer, yeah.
No, okay, I haven't seen it in the trailer.
No. I think, if anything else, they might not try to do it this movie, but eventually gonna do that one iconic shot in the comic where Hawkeye pulls back the arrow and Ant-Man just sits on the tip and he goes into it. I think that's gonna be during Avengers Infinity War though.
But also, let's talk about Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow.
Yeah? Okay, you wanna go for her real quick?
I mean, she's like, what's she doing there? Really, she's telling Cap, back off. So is she
Well,
Team Tony?
the thing about it is, I mean, she's still technically a government agent, you know?
Is she though? Because
So
Shield broke down.
Yes, but she's still working for the government, because S.H.I.E.L.D. is back up now.
Well.
With Nick Fury returning.
Okay.
And then, there's the whole S.H.I.E.L.D. thing on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
That doesn't really matter. So it'll be interesting seeing her. I like her hair. I think one of the actual issues of the movie is like her hair never stays consistent. I like it sometimes and I don't like it sometimes. I think this is like, with the curls, I think that's the appropriate traditional Black Widow length.
Okay.
It's a big thing for me.
Overall, I mean, the emotions that the trailer showed between Cap and his buddies, just the conflict that it immediately shows, it's definitely the huge civil war that we've all been dying to see.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm just super excited.
Right. Two things before we close. Seeing William Hurt again return as General Thunderbolt Ross.
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. I'm still betting that Red Hulk might show up.
He might.
I'm still betting. I don't know if it's going to happen, especially now that the actual Hulk is not going to be in this movie.
But maybe he was never going to be in it. Maybe he was going to give tips to Thunderbolt Ross on how to play a Hulk character.
That could be very true. That could be very true, especially if William Hurt himself is doing the mocap.
Exactly.
And the second thing, no Spider-Man. Do not, and I want to make this clear right now. Do not expect any Spider-Man. If we're lucky, we're going to get 20 minutes of Spider-Man in Civil War. That's if we're lucky, people. Are you crying?
Maybe.
Spider-Man is his favorite superhero since
Spider-Man's amazing.
Hey! But yeah, I've heard interviews. Tom Holland says he's very excited to be a part of it. He's actually learned a lot in terms of how to be a superhero from actually in the heart of the sea. He just worked with Chris Hemsworth. So he's learned the ropes a little bit. And he's definitely worked with Chris Evans and all those guys. So it'll be interesting to see what happens with him, but don't expect him. Don't expect a lot. If you do, you're going to get disappointed. And you're going to cry.
Go for Cap. Okay? Team Cap.
On that note, though, thank you so much for watching. What I'm going to ask you guys is, what side are you on right now? Team Iron Man or Team Cap? Goods and bads for every side. But, yeah, go ahead and vote in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe this video. You can follow me on all social media at DaveGabel64. Where can people follow you, Kenny?
I don't like being followed all that much, to be honest.
That's fine. That's perfectly fine. All right. Well, I want to thank you for sitting down with me and nerding out about this trailer.
Well, thank you very much.
All right. I hope to do it again soon.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right. Live long and prosper, Geek Galaxy.